नमस्कार मु तपन। जीविका बिना जेमिति जीवन असंभव, शिक्षा बिना सेमिति भविष्य गठन मध्य असंभव। मात्र कोरोना महामारी जोगु शिक्षार गाड़ी बहुत प्रभावित होइछि। ता माने नुहे जे स्थिति एमिति सबुबले बलवत्तर रहिबो। तेणु पिलांकर भविष्यत गठनर सही गाड़ीर सारथी आज जी ओडिशा साजिछि एवं जी ओडिशा सहित ओष्टा मध्य मिलित भावरे एही अभियान में सामिल होइछि। फल लाइव क्लास जरिए राज्यर अगणित विद्यार्थी को घरे बसी पाठ पढ़ार सुजोग दि जारी। जी ओडिशा ओष्टार एमिति मिलित प्रयास आगकू मध्य जारी रहिबो। प्रतिदिन दक्ष शिक्षक माने पिलांकर क्लास नेबे और तांको प्रश्नर उत्तर मध्य रखिबे। तेबे आसंतो आरंभ करिबा आजिर लाइव क्लास एवं आजिर विषय रहिछि दशम श्रेणी इंग्राजी एवं क्लास नेबे सार नवकिशोर सार।
Hello, my dear children all over Odisha. Many good wishes, many even good wishes to all of you, particularly for the year 2021, which we have just reached after ending lots of trials and tribulations of 2020. So this new year, I just pray to Lord Jagannath and pray to God or the Almighty to shower all His blessings and the mercy to all of you, my children. But only one hope that I just want from you, that you simply keep on trying, because your examinations most probably will be held in April or the May. But you simply don't wait for the announcement or the declarations of the timing of your examinations. You simply continue to do your labor, particularly on your preparations and the various types of subjects that have already been provided to you. Even though 30% course has already been reduced or deducted from your existing syllabi, but you have to keep on trying with all sorts of perseverance on your different topics that have already been included in your syllabi. Today, my dear children, I am very much grateful to you, and as well as the Oster or the G Studios for giving me another opportunity to serve you my best. Particularly, I just want to show my potentials to you before you today, particularly in today's class. So right from the beginning of my class, I welcome my dear children to the G Dais just to interact with me about all sorts of problems. You simply get yourself preoccupied in your grammar as well as the translations. So in the grammar and translations, I just want to dwell when today, even though your subjective English is very much essential just as the objective English, but due to the lack of time, I just can't devote myself particularly your subjective English. Otherwise, I should have been very happy if I had given you certain types of knowledge or the informations about the subjective part, because subjective part holds same importance just like the objective English. So today, so far as the objective English concerns, I am simply putting my focus or the importance or significance or concentration particularly on the discussions of grammar as well as translations. So any sorts of problems on grammar and translations you have in your minds, you just are most welcome to interact with you or to savor with me, my dear children. So right from the beginning of the class, before you simply ask me your questions or share me your questions with me, I just want to discuss elaborately about your subject-verb agreement. Because subject-verb agreement, I just think that it's very important for you. What is a subject-verb agreement? Though Nakul sir has already taught you about some important formulas of the subject-verb agreement, I just do hope that certain types of rules are still left for you just to get your focus of the stress upon this very important topic, subject-verb agreement. What is a subject-verb agreement? You always know, my dear children, a verb becomes a singular or plural. Remember, so far as the singular verb or the plural verb is concerned, whether the verb becomes singular or plural, it always depends upon the subject. Whether the verb becomes singular or plural, my children, it all depends upon the subject. How can it depend upon the subject? I am simply going to explain you through certain examples. If you say, very simple sentence, I play. So here I is the subject and play is the verb in the present simple. Yes or no? So here play is used in accordance with the I. Not I, but I the subject, which is a pronoun, which is a personal pronoun. It is in first person singular number. So the verb play is used Here the verb play is used as per the first person singular pronoun I. Not only on it does not depend upon I, but I being in the first person singular number, so the verb play is used. So it is called subject verb agreement. So there is a complete coordination between the subject as well as the verb. Remember, whether the verb becomes simple singular, whether the verb becomes plural, it always depends upon the subject. So what is the essence of the subject? Not only it depends upon the subject, it depends upon the person and number of the subject. But remember, apart from number and person, besides number and person, some other important factors are there in the subject for which a verb is determined. Remember, here play is a verb. So play is used because the subject I is in third person singular number. If you say Gopal, but Gopal plays, why plays should be used? Here Gopal is as the verb in the present simple tense. It is also the finite verb. Yes or no? Because it is the single verb and this verb has tense. I have already told you many times, the verb becomes singular or plural, it depends upon the subject. So what is the subject here? Here subject is Gopal. Subject is Gopal and Gopal is also a noun. But this noun is in TPSN form. TPSN means third person singular number. As Gopal, the subject or the noun, is in third person singular number, here S is added to the verb play, and the subject verb agreement is already used in the plays. So plays is the subject verb agreement. So whether plays should be used or plays should be used, that depends upon the number and person of the subject. When the number and person of the noun or pronoun varies, your making of the verb also varies. So plays is used because Gopal is in third person singular number. Play is used because I is the first person singular number. So as the number and person changes, your structure of the verb also changes. So this is what we call subject verb agreement. Actually, what is the meaning of agreement? Agreement does not mean Rajinama in Odia. Agreements means coordination. Here in grammar, it is called coordination. The Odia term of coordination is called samanvaya. So there is a perfect coordination between the subject and verb. So when I tell you about the subject, you simply remember that it is the person and number of the subject. If the person and number of the subject change, your structure of the agreement verb also changes. So as the verb is used in agreement or in coordination with the subject, it is called subject verb agreement. My first caller, I welcome the first caller to the G Dais in today's class. Yes, may I know your name?
Sir, pranam sir. Mon na ho Satyaranjan Rai.
Satyaranjan Rai.
Again, sir.
Acha, from which part of a state you are calling me?
At the high school gote activity buझी पार नथली.
Acha pila man na, you just tell me from which part of the state you are calling me.
Bhadrak.
You are from Bhadrak. Okay, you are most welcome. Please share your problem with me.
He did not fall into the river. He was not drowned.
बुझी पारुची तुम्हें कहूछ he did not fall into the river, he was not drowned. तुम्हारा कई बार अर्थ होची join the two sentences using if.
Yes sir.
Yes, if means conditional clause. Yes or no? किसी नहीं देखो, he did not fall into the river. He did not fall into the river, so he was not drowned. Yes or no? He was not drowned. So you just mark the tense in both the sentences, Mr. Roy. In the first sentence, did not fall is in the past simple. Yes or no? In the second sentence, was not drowned is also in the past simple, but in the passive construction. Because was not plus past participle. This drowned is the past participle or verb 3. Yes or no? So remember, one rule, Roy, remember, when you want to join the two sentences using if, your negative becomes positive and your positive becomes negative. This is very mandatory for you to know. Whenever you are asked to join two sentences, remember, your first sentence, if the first sentence is negative, you have to change it into positive. If the second sentence is negative, you have to change into positive. Similarly, positive should be changed into negative, negative should be changed into positive. Yes or no?
Negative
yes, if both sentences have negative expression, both sentences should be changed into positive. Yes or no? But how can we join? First, you use if. Yes or no? When you notice, Mr. Roy, past simple should be changed into past perfect. And the negative should be changed into positive. I have already told you. So what is the structure of the past perfect? Had plus PP? Yes or no? This is the structure or the making of past. Structure means what is making? So past perfect is had plus PP. So how can you change this negative into past perfect? If he is the subject. Yes or no? Then it did not fall. Should we change into had fallen? Yes or no? Because the fallen is the past partial. So now this past simple is changed into past perfect. And negative is changed into positive. So if he had fallen into the river, yes or no? So this if clause is already over. This is called if clause because it begins with the subordinator if. Or this is called the subordinating clause. Or this is called the adverb clause of condition. Yes or no?
Yeah.
This is called the adverb clause of condition. Now you have to focus on the main clause. Yes or no? So in the main clause, same subject he. Then this negative should be changed into positive. Remember, if the if clause has past perfect, your main clause should be changed into would have plus PP. This is the special formula you have to remember. So he would have been drowned. Why been should be used? Because the sentence in the passive construction. So passive construction means here was is the be verb, yes or no? So be should be changed into been. Been is the past participle. So he would have been drowned. D-R-O-W-N-E-D. Okay, here positive is changed into negative. So the answer is if he had fallen into the river, he would have been drowned. But if you omit been, then the sentence should be again changed into active. Definitely your sentence would be incorrect. So because the sentence is the passive structure means this was be verb should be changed into been. Okay. Another caller.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, sir. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
I am Sanas Kumar Pradhan from Sunabeda, Koraput.
Sunabeda Koraput, Saras Kumar Pradhan. You are best known to me, not only known to me, but also known to the all other teachers who are regularly taking your classes in different subjects. Yes, you are most welcome. What's your problem?
I have one question.
One question, please tell me. Hello.
Forest is the home of animals.
For?
Forest is the home of animals.
For what's next word after for?
Forest is the
Forest is the
home of animals.
Forest is the home of animals. मु कहि दउछ तमकु home of animals तुमे कहि कि तुमे एठी कहउछ home को verb रे केमती व्यवहार करा जीव.
Yes, sir.
Acha. That means you want to change this noun into a verb. Yes or no? Remember, Mr. Pradhan, when a noun is changed into a verb, when a verb is changed into a noun, you have not to change the meaning of the sentence. Remember, only you have to change the structure or the pattern of the sentence. Meaning should remain unchanged. So, forest is the home of animals. That means, like animals, that means forest homes animals. Forest homes animals. Forest homes animal. So here home is a noun. Here homes is the verb in the present simple. Yes or no? Forest homes animals. If you want to change it into another form, also the answer should be correct. How? Or animals are homed in the present simple passive. Are homed is the present simple in the passive structure. Animals are homed in forest. Both are correct. Remember, either you can use forest homes animals in the present simple form or animals are homed in forest. This can be also correct. Okay. Next. So let's move on to our discussions about the subject of our agreement. Today, my dear children, I just simply told you that whether a verb becomes singular or plural, that depends upon the number and person of the subject. But remember, this rule is also half true. Even though the grammarians, they maintain that they view that your verb becomes singular or plural, that depends upon the subject whether the subject is singular or plural, or whether the subject, the noun or the pronoun in the subject is third person or first person or second person. But it does not hold good for all rules. Remember that. In certain cases, your singular noun or plural noun or singular subject or plural subject, that does not matter. That does not make the verb whether it is singular or plural. Another caller. Hello.
हेलो सर नमस्कार
नमस्कार.
सर मैं देवी प्रसाद पंडा जगतसिंहपुर रहूची
हाँ देवी प्रसाद पंडा जगतसिंहपुर कह.
सर मैं नाउन क्लास रिलेटेड सर तीनोटी क्वेश्चन अछि
हाँ कह तापर नाउन क्लॉज.
नाउन क्लास रिलेटेड क्लास
हाँ नाउन क्लॉज ओवर फर्स्ट कह शीघ्र शीघ्र.
सर ए प्रूव्ड इज वन मैन
हाँ रुआ शीघ्र शीघ्र बापा कहले मु सुनिबी केमती. इट प्रूव्स.
ए प्रूव इज
हाँ भल करी कुआ टिके पिला समय नष्ट होउची.
ए प्रूव इज
हाँ दी प्रूव.
ए प्रूव इज
हाँ
ए प्रूव इज
ए
PROVRB
PROV ओ प्रोवर्ब.
हाँ आगे
हाँ प्रोवर्ब को ना प्रूव. हाँ ए प्रोवर्ब इज
वन
मैन
with
with
but
GUTS.
BUT
हाँ हाँ the proverb is one man with but
ETG
हाँ
it is all men wisdom
बोल a proverb is one man with but
it is all men's wisdom
it is all known.
it is all men's wisdom
मुना क्लियर लिखुआ मु सुनी पारुनी. ए प्रो अच्छा देखो मु बोर्ड रे जा लिखुची. इज इट करेक्ट? ए प्रोवर्ब इज वन मैन विथ बट
it is all men's wisdom
it is all
men's MENS
हाँ
MENS
in
ENS
आउ थरे को से वाटा.
a proverb is one man with but it is all men's wisdom
Oh, all known. KNOWN.
again sir
It is all known wisdom. You just see on the board whether the sentence you just told me is correct or wrong. A proverb is one man with but
again sir
it is all known wisdom.
again
It is all known wisdom.
again
Okay, तुम्हें कौन बसे चाहो को क्लॉज.
अरे नाउन क्लास रिलेटेड क्लास एक्चुअली है
आगे किसी नहीं. ए प्रोवर्ब इज वन मैन. ए प्रोवर्ब इज वन मैन. देखा गे तुम सेंटेंस करेक्ट अच्छी कि नहीं. तुम सेंटेंस करेक्ट थे आंसर ही भूल हम बिकज इट इज प्योरली योर क्वेश्चन. ए प्रोवर्ब जहाँ को तुम्हें प्रोवर्ब कहूँ प्रवचन. ओके जमती मॉर्निंग सोज द डे knowledge is power. Strike the iron when it is hot. A barking dog seldom bites. A good wine needs no push. A little learning is a dangerous thing. These are the well-known proverbs in English. Okay. A proverb is one man with but it is well-known wisdom. अच्छा ठीक है देखो अब. It is all known wisdom. This is the main clause. Yes or no? तमा sentence correct था? Hello. कटी गला. A proverb is one man with but it is well known wisdom. Hello. Okay. Hello. Okay, another call.
Sir, pranam.
Pram.
Sir, myself Lopamudra from Bhubaneswar.
Lopamudra from Bhubaneswar.
Sir, my question is the governor and chancellor of the university.
हाँ रुआ ठीक है माँ. The governor capital G and the chancellor capital C CHANCELLOR of the university. तुम्हें subject पर agreement पचारिया बुझाऊँ जी is or are.
University dash been invited.
हाँ किसी ना is or नहले हाजाब थीवा आउगो.
Yes sir.
Yes हाजाब थीवा कारण तो ये तो बीन अच्छी आउगो. The governor and the chancellor कही थी तो double जागरा द अच्छी.
Yes sir.
The governor and the chancellor of the university then
Dash been invited to this function.
okay किसी दरकार नहीं से सब आउ. मु तुम क्वेश्चन टा जानी सारे डैश बीन इनवाइटेड टू द फंक्शन और डैश ओके तुम्हें देख पिला गवर्नर इज ए सिंगुलर नाउन यस और नो वन पर्सन chancellor is also a singular noun if both the singular noun followed by the article the here the governor is followed by the definite article the chancellor is also followed by the definite the that means here are two different persons. If the two different persons are there in the subject, naturally the verb becomes plural. Have been invited. The governor and chancellor are two different persons holding two different posts. That's why the verb is plural. But if you use the governor and chancellor, this means one person holding two posts. Governor and chancellor are the same person, though they have two posts differently or separately. But if we use the before each singular noun, before chancellor the is used, before governor the is used, remember here two different persons are being referred to. As it refers to two different persons, so the obvious choice is plural verb. So this agreement verb or AV in the plural. Okay. Next. नेक्स्ट कॉलर
हेलो सर नमस्कार
नमस्कार
मु सर सब पेट को
अनुगुण त्रिपाठी को
सर मोर दुईटा क्वेश्चन अछि
हां को सिग्रा फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन
सर ट्रांसलेशन नोट अछि
हां को
सर जीतू कहूची
हां
नई रे पूरा बढ़ी आछी
जीतू कोन कहला
नई रे पूरा बढ़ी आछी
नई रे कोन बढ़ी आछुची
नई रे पूरा बढ़ी आछी
नई रे परा बढ़ी आछुची
हां आछी
हां नई रे परा बढ़ी आसीची
हां
ओ परा एडी एडवर्ब बसैछ
हां
नई रे परा बढ़ी आसीची ठीक अछि तुमे आरो ट्रांसलेशन चाहू छ त
सर
अच्छा ठीक अछि
आउट भी क्वेश्चन अछि
हां रुआ आगे फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन तुम ट्रांसलेशन सारिबो कि नहीं
सर
जीतू कहूची नई रे परा बढ़ी आसीची एई तो ओके मु तुमको ठीक करे देउछ देख तुम नले परवर्ती मुहूर्त ब्लेम करबोनी जे सर सेतमै मु तुम क्वेश्चन टा को रिपीट करूची नई रे परा बढ़ी आसीची अच्छा व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ अ बढ़ी फ्लड ता माने हला कि फ्लड हैज कम टू रिवर्स और रिवर ओके आ गुटा नुवा स्टाइल बर्तन इंग्लिश हे गलाई कारण रिवर हैज इंडीड कम टू रिवर्स और इंडीड रो अर्थ होची परा माने प्रकृत रे इंडीड इज द डिग्री एडवर्ब ओके सो फ्लड हैज इंडीड कम टू रिवर ओके आ गुटा हबो हालांकि rivers are in floods are in spate rivers are in spate indeed indeed अर्थ होची परा परा माने कोन परा माने रियली प्रकृत रे दिस इज द डिग्री एडवर्ब आकु मध्ये आज काली कहलाई एडवर्ब ऑफ अफर्मेशन अस्ति सूचक क्रिया विशेषण तेणु फ्लड्स अगर एमिति करि परिबो हैज इंडीड कम टू रिवर और रिवर्स आर इन स्पेट ता जतले पिला बी भर पर बसई दबो तुमे जानिबो कमिंग ऑफ फ्लड्स इनटू रिवर्स नईर बन्या आसीबा को मध्ये कह जाय इन स्पेट जेमति कह जाय द महानदी इज इन स्पेट तार अर्थ होची फ्लड हैज कम टू महानदी दैट मीन्स द वाटर ऑफ द महानदी इज स्वेलिंग फ्लड आसले साधारणतः जानथिबो नईर जल गुडी को फुली उठे. So definitely either you can use rivers are in spate indeed or flood has indeed come to river or come to rivers plural कर दबा नई माने तो बहुत नदी ना गोटिए नदी रे नुहे ओके नेक्स्ट
Hello sir, myself Priyadashini from Bhadrak.
हां प्रियदर्शिनी फ्रॉम भद्रक कुआरे मां
Sir, if you boil water.
हां रुआ टिके मारू हां if you boil water तुमे मेन क्लॉज रा करेक्ट टेंस पचरिया चाहू छ हेलो
Yes,
हाँ if you boil water
up to 100 degrees Celsius.
हाँ up to 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस आइदर तुम्हें मेन क्लॉज रा करेक्ट टेंस पचारे चाहू नल पचारे चाहू सर मेन क्लॉज टा केमती कंप्लीट करबा
Yes.
ओके हाँ ठीक है इफ यू बॉयल वाटर अच्छा दिस इज प्योरली साइंटिफिक फैक्ट यस सर नो इफ यू बॉयल वाटर अप टू 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस इट टर्न्स इनटू स्टीम it turns into steam या बाष्प रे परिणत हुए so turns into is the present simple and you know boil and turns into both are present simple and we use present simple for all sorts of truth for habitual truth for universal truth for scientific fact for historical fact for mathematical truth where truth is your present simple is there जेउटार सत्य से प्रेजेंट सिंपल यू डोंट डेविएट फ्रॉम दिस रूल ए रूल रू केबेले मा अलग हेनी जोटी ट्रुथ से प्रेजेंट सिंपल सो इफ यू बॉयल वाटर अप टू 100 डिग्री सेल्सियस इट टर्न्स इनटू स्टीम और अभ्यंतर करिपारिबो इट बिकम्स हॉट अंडरस्टैंड it turns into heat or it stumps so boil present simple turns into present simple उभय if clause main clause रे देखा उभय tense present simple एबे मते गोटिया कथा कुआ मा प्रियदर्शिनी if boil is in the present simple turns into the present simple एटा को सत्य scientific fact एटा होची वैज्ञानिक सत्य यस समथिंग दैट इज प्रूवन बाय साइंस विज्ञान जहा को सत्य प्रमाण न करची से पर्यंत केही स्वीकार करि परबेनी ओके सो इफ यू boil आज एटा को रूल ऊपर आधारित if you boil this is called zero condition this is kai ki taku zero condition kwa jaichi because the entire sentence is called zero condition both if clause as well as the main clause why zero means your cause effect relationship is known to everyone cause effect cause माने कारण इफेक्ट माने प्रभाव बा फलाफल कारण फलाफल जोड़ी प्रभावटा समस्त जानिछंती आउ काहाकू जानिबाटा दरकार नाही दैट इज कॉल्ड जीरो कंडीशन सो दिस रूल कम्स अंडर जीरो कंडीशन बॉयल प्रेजेंट सिंपल टर्न्स इनटू प्रेजेंट सिंपल सो दैट इज व्हाई द एंटायर कंडीशनल क्लॉज इज कॉल्ड जीरो कंडीशनल क्लॉज और zero condition okay so now we have already approaching towards the commercial breaks after the commercial breaks we have to resume our classes so for the rest of part of my class you just make your questions ready then I will join you after just 3 to 4 minutes of commercial breaks till then many thanks to you you just sit and relax yourself welcome you back to the G Dash my dear children the rest part of the class my rest part of the class will be purely devoted towards the discussions of the various types of questions particularly in grammar translations if any other questions it's completely short in mind or that disturb your mind you please just ask me your valuable questions my dear children so in the subject verb agreement I just want to must get my lessons forward with the more and more discussions on the subject verb agreement dear my children I have already told you whether a verb becomes singular or plural that depends upon the subject so what is the subject what is the important thing about the subject you have to know subject means in what person and in what number whether the subject that means subject means your noun or pronoun in the subject remember subject means always a noun if predicate means always a verb subject means always a noun so when you talk about the subject and predicate the two main parts of a sentence you always mean your subject and your noun and verb subject is equivalent to noun and predicate is equivalent to verb when you discuss about the subject and verb, you always think about your noun and verb. Remember. Next caller.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. तुम्हें hello sir कहूँ अकुआ?
I am Somerendra from Bhadrak.
हाँ भद्रक को रे?
Sir, justify. Make a noun form and make a sentence.
Make a noun form. अच्छा, is it a noun form? So when you justify something, that means you prove it correct. If I justified him wrong, that means I proved that he is wrong. Or I proved that he was wrong. Remember. So justify is a verb form. It's a noun form is justification.
So
okay.
Make a sentence.
You just want to say that I have to make this particular verb as a noun and a verb. Yes or no? Remember?
Sir, make a sentence this word.
Make a sentence using justify? Yes or no? If I say, yeah, he justified his absence. He justified his absence in the class. You just tell me whether it is a noun or whether it is a verb. It is a verb in the past simple or it is a finite verb. Yes or no? So he justified his absence in the class means he told the reason why he was absent from the class. Class रे तार अनुपस्थित को से justify कला माने सत्य प्रमाणित कला. So when you justify something, you simply prove it correct. So when someone proves something correct, in that case we have to use justify as a verb. So when you want to use a verb, definitely we have to use the tense. तमें non-finite verb रे non-tense भी बसाई पारिबो केमिति I want to justify my point. Here want is the finite verb but to justify is the non-finite verb or infinitive. Here justified is the finite verb because it has the tense. He justified his absence in the class. Okay, so it can be used only in the verb form. But when you ask to as a noun form, first you have to change into its noun form. जब नाउन फॉर्म करिबा विशेष्य पदरे आगु प्रथमे नाउन रे तयारी करिबा justification ending with the suffix tion. If I say his justification is to the point, so this becomes a noun. His justification is the subject and justification is the head word or the head noun. So here justification is a noun. Remember, your noun can be used in the subject part, in the object part, in certain cases in the complement part after the be verb, and in certain cases after the prepositions. But the use of a verb as the finite verb, it should be used after the subject. And the non-finite verb means just after the finite verb. Okay, next. Another.
Sir, myself Smaranika.
Smaranika.
From Cuttack.
From Cuttack.
Sir, I have 3 questions.
You have 3 questions. Okay, first tell me.
Mr. Das.
Mr. Das.
Guard his character.
Guards his character.
Being afraid.
Guards his character dash कही कि तुम्हें कहूँ being afraid to lose something तार single word पचार विषय होची at the high school.
Yes, sir.
अच्छा अच्छा ताल किसी नहीं Mr. Das guards his character jealously. JEALOUSLY here jealously is adverb. आगे मां सुनो एंडे स्मरणिका केमती adverb हैला. When you use adverb ending with ly, mostly it becomes the adverb of manner. मु सबु ly कोनी adverb of manner जोटा कि how रा उत्तर दबा. So how does Mr. Das guard his character? Mr. Das किभली निजर चरित्र रा जत्न नियंती एभली जत्न नियंती सते जेपरि काले से चरित्रटी चाली जीवो कि ता माने सतर्कतार सहित चरित्र कलंकित न हेबा पाई जे सतर्कता सहित निजर चरित्र को गुरुत्व दियंती ताकू कहा जाय जीलसली. जीलसली अर्थ होची not being afraid to lose something, that is called jealously. Jealousy is the adverb of manner. How can you get the adverb of manner? By putting the question how to the verb, because guard is the verb in the present simple. Yes or no? So how does Mr. Das guard his character? Answer is jealously. Number 2 question. Question number 2. Hello. So, remember my dear children, another caller.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Hello, namaskar.
Namaskar.
Hello, sir. 2 questions.
हाँ, कोड पचार चले.
Hello.
हाँ, कोड पचार. From where are you? Just like speaking your problem to me.
Sir,
Hello. Hello. So, your subject verb agreement does not necessarily mean, by dear children, the agreement verb becomes singular or plural, not necessarily on the number and person of the subject. Apart from number and person, subject or number person chhada, your verb becomes singular or plural depending upon other such type of structure in the subject. तुम्हें जेमती अबिका पिला माने कहइबो the town with multicolor bulbs. Multicolored means many colored. Multicolored bulbs. Dash gorgeous. Dash gorgeous. Gorgeous means fascinating or very attractive. The town with multicolored bulbs, bulbs, dash gorgeous. Suppose you have 2 verbs, look or looks. What is the singular verb? Verb ending with s is called singular verb. Verb without s is called a plural verb or PLV. So what should be the answer? Answer is looks. Yes or no? Why looks should be used? Because the town with the multicolored birds is the subject. What actually looks gorgeous? The multicolored balls looks gorgeous or the town looks gorgeous? Actually the town looks gorgeous. What makes the town gorgeous? Multicolored balls. So here the looks, this particular subject agreement verb depends upon the first noun town. Here looks has nothing to do with bulbs. Here looks is used as per the first noun town. So town is in the third person singular number. That is why s is added to the verb to make it present simple or the finite verb. So here looks has nothing to do with bulbs. This type of rule is called error of proximity. In the subject verb agreement, we have a very specific thing that is called error of proximity. What do you mean error of proximity? That means in certain cases, your verb does not become either singular or plural because we don't have any hard and fast rule. You can change the singular and the plural verb as per the structure of the subject, not as per the singular noun or a plural noun or singular noun or plural noun or a singular subject or the plural subject. Remember, my dear children. Another caller.
Hello sir, namaskar. I am Priti Swapna Das from Bhadrak.
पितृ आज आजिकल भद्रक बहुत पिला माने मते फोन करूछंती आउ ठीक अछि मते टिके भद्रक को निमंत्रण करिवो मा
आज्ञा
आ खगुआ
व्हाट कैन नॉट ब्रैकेट रे क्योर
हां तुमे कहइबा को जाउछ व्हाट कैन नॉट डैश बी इंड्योर्ड ता माने तुमे आर करेक्ट टेंस करिबा को जाउछ जोडा पैसिव रे अछि
आज्ञा
आहा जार पैसिव अछि ता माने व्हाट कैन नॉट डैश must be endured. तुम एटा पचारिया को चाहुछ
आज्ञा
हां ताकू ओडियार कहा जाए जहार नाही उपचार ताहाकू सहीबा श्रेयस्कर एभली केतोटी रोग अछि मा जार उपचार नाही जेमति गोटा तुमे देखो मोस्ट फैटल बा डेडली डिजीज होछि कैंसर ए कैंसर जते दिन बंचिबा बंचि जाओ तापर मरिबा कथा भगवान नै उठै नै पळैबे आ सो व्हाट कैन नॉट तुमे क्योर रो करेक्ट टेंस चाहुछ सो व्हाट कैन नॉट बी क्योर्ड must be endured. ये वाक्यटा काहे मा फैसिनेटिंग बुझी पारुछ बिकॉज बोथ द verbs are in the passive structure. Can't be cured be plus past participle or verb 3 जोटी मोडाल पर पिला बी रहिबो मेन वर्बटा पास्ट पार्टिसिपल हबो त माने पैसिव एटी मध्ये मोडाल मस्ट पर देखो बी बसिकी एंड्योर्ड टा इज वर्ब 3 और पीपी ता माने द एंटायर सेंटेंस इन द पैसिव वॉइस व्हाट कांट बी क्योर्ड मस्ट बी एंड्योर्ड एंड्योर्ड रो अर्थ होची टॉलरेटेड एंड्योर्ड रो अर्थ होची बोर्न बी ओ आर एन ई सही नेबा तुमे जदि कोनसी क्योर करि पारनो ताल ताकू सही नियो सेति भाई कहै छी जहार नाही उपचार ताहाकू सहीबा श्रेयस्कर. Okay, this is the proverb and this proverb is in the passive structure. Next caller. Hello. तेणु पिला माने हमें जानी पाले जो योर सब्जेक्ट पर एग्रीमेंट रे सब्जेक्ट रे जो पिला नाउन बा प्रोनाउन बसे तार अर्थ नुहे जे केवल नाउन रो सिंगुलर प्लुराल नाउन रो पर्सन एवं नंबर अनुसार भर्टी सिंगुलर बा प्लुराल हुए केतक जगह तुम्हें देखिबो सिंगुलर नाउन थिबो किंतु भर्टा मध्य थिबो प्लुराल सेमते गोटा मु भारी इंटरेस्टिंग जिंस पिला कहूची सुन मु जदी कहबी द वेजेस ऑफ डेथ डैश सीन नंबर 3 द वेजेस डैश पेड इन कैश suppose two verbs are there you have to choose the correct agreement verb. The wages of death dash sin sin रो अर्थ कोन पिला जान छ पाप नैतिकता खलन हेले जो पाप हुए आमर प्रिंसिपल बा मोरालिटी को जदि हम स्खलित करिबा से पाप को कह जाय sin देश विरुद्ध रे नियम विरुद्ध रे जो कार्य कर इफ यू गो अगेंस्ट द रूल्स ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन और द लॉज ऑफ द स्टेट और द कंट्री इट इज कॉल्ड क्राइम. If you go against the moral principles it is called sin. And if you do something against the command or against the instruction of the God, it is called vice. पाप पिला तीन प्रकार vice, crime, sin. देशर नियम विरुद्ध रे गले क्राइम नैतिकता विरुद्ध रे गले sin भगवान कर नियम विरुद्ध रे तुमे जदि जीव that is called vice पिला माने. So the wages of death dash sin the answer is but the wages dash paid in cash answer is are. Why? What is the similarity? Similarity means wages. It is the plural noun PLN. It is also the plural noun. But wages of death is sin. Why? For wages singular verb is used. Though plural noun is there. एटी पिला wages रो अर्थ कोन ओडिया रे मजूरी दिन रे जहा तुमे काम कलो जो रेम्युनरेशन बोले पारिश्रमिकटा पाइलो दैट इज कॉल्ड wages. ताले एठी दीटा वाक्य रे कोउटा वेजेस एठी वेजेस रो अर्थ होची मजूरी जाकू कहउछ रेम्युनरेशन बा पारिश्रमिक परिश्रम करी जो पैसाटा पाओ एठी जोटी पारिश्रमिक अर्थ रे होइबो वेजेस पाखरे पिला प्लुराल वर्ब बसैबो PLV प्लुराल वर्ब एडी वेजेस रो अर्थ होची पिला रिजल्ट्स रिजल्ट्स माने को द वेजेस ऑफ लाकी डेथ इज सिन बेले बेले कह जाए द वेजेस ऑफ सिन इज डेथ एटा आउरी कला भलो हबो द वेजेस ऑफ सिन्स इज कॉल्ड डेथ जे पापर फलाफल कोन मृत्यु एडी वेजेस रो अर्थ पिला रिजल्ट्स बा इफेक्ट्स बा आउटकम्स बा कन्सिक्वेंसेस तर वेजेस रो अर्थ जेतले रिजल्ट्स बा फलाफल हबो सिंगुलर वर्ब वेजेस रो अर्थ जेतले मजूरी हबो प्लुरल वर्ब अनदर कॉलर
हेलो सर नमस्कार
नमस्कार
मु त्रिशा सतपति कहूली मयूरभंज
हाँ त्रिशा सतपति मयूरभंज कह
सर आई हैव टू क्वेश्चंस
यस क्वेश्चन नंबर 1
वी आर विशेष
we
विशेष
we had
we are
विशेष
horses
we are विशेष हर्सेस
yes sir
कौन we are विशेष हर्सेस मु किछि बुझी पारुनी
beggars dash them
ये तुम्हें क्वेश्चन we are नुए if विशेष we are horses
yes sir
yes if wishes we are horses beggars dash them तुम्हें पचारिया को चाहूछ राइट रो करेक्ट टेंस कोन हबो
yes sir
ये सिंपल if क्लॉज ऊपर अछि if wishes we are horses कमा beggars बढ़िया क्वेश्चन मार के बुझ त्रिशा सतपति फ्रॉम मयूरभंज if wishes आर अर्थ कोन एक्चुअली आकु तुम टीचर मैंने सब अधिकांश भूल पढ़ाई दियंती जे आकु पूरा वास्तविक अर्थ रे बा रियल बा लिटरल सेंस रे कहि दियंती ट्रांसलेशन अनुवाद जे जदी इच्छा शक्ति गुडी को घोड़ा ही जानता भिखारी माने भी चढ़ंती आ भिखारी माने घोड़ा बसी की चढ़ीबे भिको मागिबे हमर जिके रे अछि ऑस्ट्रेलिया रे भिखारी माने घोड़ा रे चढ़ी की भिको मागंती ऑस्ट्रेलिया रो डॉक्टर माने एरोप्लेन रे जानती हला कि पेशेंट को ट्रीट करिबा पाई देखा करिबा नो इफ विशेष वे आर हॉर्सेस बेगर्स डैश राइड देम आंसर इज वुड राइड एटा को रूल ऊपर आसीदा अनरियल कंडीशन और इमेजिनरी कंडीशन एटा होची कल्पित शर्त बा अवास्तव शर्त कारण भिखारी मानकर इच्छा शक्ति केबेले पूर्ण होई परिबोनी से माने केबेले घोड़ा चढ़ी परिबेनी केवल अवास्तव कथा केमिति इफ आई वेयर ए टाइगर आई वुड लिव इन द फॉरेस्ट इफ आई वेयर ए किंग यू वुड बी माय मिनिस्टर if I were a bird I would fly in the sky I might fly in the sky I could fly in the sky such type of condition is called unreal condition or imaginary condition or hypothetical condition कल्पित बा अवास्तव बा काल्पनिक शर्त केवल कल्पना रे वंचित यार कोनसी वास्तवता नाही किंतु यार अर्थ कोन टिके पिला जोडी देखिबो पिला if clause रे we are थिबो past simple आखि बुझी कि मेन clause रे कर दबो would बा could बा might ताहाले जाई कि unreal condition बा imaginary condition हेबो किंतु तार अर्थ कोन त्रिशा सतपति बुझ आर अर्थ होची मैन्स विशेस कैन नॉट ऑलवेज बी फुलफिल्ड मनुष्यर इच्छा शक्ति सब बेले पूर्ण हो पारिबो नाही से याकू आमे कहउची जदी इच्छा शक्ति घोड़ाई जानती भिखारी भी ताकू चढ़ी नेबे तार अर्थ होची मैन्स विशेस कैन नॉट ऑलवेज बी फुलफिल्ड ओके अनदर कॉलर
हेलो सर
हेलो
माय नेम इज
सत्यप्रकाश सेठी फ्रॉम आल्सो मयूरभंज
यस सर
हाँ तुम ना भल रूपे चिन्ही कह
सर ड्राइव स्लोली केयरफुली
हाँ ड्राइव
स्लोली
केयरफुली
मैन आर
ड्राइव स्लोली लिखुच फिर केयरफुली कहूच ये तो एका सेंस हाँ मेन आर
डैश वर्क
हाँ तुम्हें प्रिपोजिशन कहूच आउ
यस सर
हाँ किछि नहीं स्लोली जदि करबा केयरफुली काई करबो बोथ हैव द सेम मीनिंग तुम्हें स्लोली चलेले माने केयरफुली चलेलो सो यूज ओनली वन एडवर्ब आइदर यूज स्लोली और आइदर यूज केयरफुली दैट इज व्हाई आई एम ब्रैकेटिंग दिस वर्ड आइदर से मैन ड्राइव स्लोली और केयरफुली मेन आर डैश वर्क हार्ड वर्क यस और नो
ओके सर
बस काई हार्ड वर्क हला टिके बुझाई दउची देखो व्हेन यू यूज ए प्रीपोजिशन बिफोर समथिंग at work means the work of the man is in progress the work of the man is continuing the work of the man is going on लोक मान कार्य चली जो कार्य चली से आइदर तुम एड बसई पार कि अन बसई पार कि वर्क पूर्व कंपलसरी एड बसैया पड़ो आर्ट वर्क मान हूँ चार जमी द टू कंट्रीज आर एट वॉर दुईटी देश विरुद्ध बर्तमान युद्ध चली दैट मीन्स द वार इज इन प्रोग्रेस बिटवीन टू कंट्रीज Similarly, at work means the work is going on. Yes. हाँ, Tripathi from Anugul.
हाँ, sir.
हाँ.
Out a question थी
हाँ, क्या?
Where is the book? Mahesh
Where
is the book.
is the book?
Mahesh lent it to me.
हाँ महेश रुआ ठीक है बा महेश लेंड इट टू मी तुम्हें याकू दीटा वाक्य को रिलेटिव क्लॉज द्वारा जोग करिवा को चाहूछ
Sir, zero relative clause.
हाँ किछि असुविधा नै जीरो खाली हो कि जीरो हेले खाली रिलेटिव प्रोनाउन रा उठेबा हो अच्छा तुम्हें त्रिपाठी गोटिए कथा कुह whether a subordinating clause becomes a relative clause it depends on what गोटे कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस रो सबऑर्डिनेटिंग क्लॉज जाकू डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज कुआ जाए निर्भरशील खंड वाक्य बा आश्रित उपवाक्य जोटा कि दशम ग्रामर रे तुमर लिखा जाइछि सेटा डिपेंड करे रिलेटिव प्रोनाउन रो ठीक पूर्व बसिथिबा नाउन और नाउन फ्रेज अनुसार जाकू कुआ जाए एंटीसीडेंट यस और नो तो व्हेयर इज द बुक बाकटा क्वेश्चन रे अछि से याकू मुळकू नै जाओ मेन क्लॉज व्हेयर इज द बुक यस और नो सो दिस इज द मेन क्लॉज देन बुक इज द बुक रेफर्स टू पर्सन थिंग और पर्सन थिंग बुझेला तेणु वर्तमान थिंग पाई आमे जो बसई थांते दैट एवं व्हिच से आगु ड्रॉप कर दियो जीरो रिलेटिव क्लॉज हे जीवो त माने व्हेयर इज द बुक महेश लेंट टू मी महेश लेंट टू मी ओके क्वेश्चन मार्क महेश लेंट टू मी इज द जीरो रिलेटिव क्लॉज ओके zero relative clause or subordinating clause here a relative pronoun which or that is omitted एटी which बा that टा त्रिपाठी मु omit कर देली omit करिबारु तमर रिलेटिव क्लॉज टा हेगला जीरो रिलेटिव क्लॉज एवं इट टा उठेबो प्रोनाउन कारण इट टा बुक बदले रे बसिछि बुक इफ बुक इज अ नाउन इट इज अ प्रोनाउन सो तुम जेहेतु बुक बसाई देइछ तनु इट टा उठे दबा को व्हेयर इज द बुक महेश लेंट टू मी क्वेश्चन मार्क महेश लेंट टू मी जीरो रिलेटिव क्लॉज व्हेयर इज द बुक मेन क्लॉज द एंटायर सेंटेंस कॉम्प्लेक्स another caller
Hello, sir.
hello
Hello, sir. Sir, namaskar.
namaskar
Sir, my name is Monalisa Patnaik from Khordha.
मोनालिसा पटनायक फ्रॉम खोरदा को
Sir, my question is 3 and 4th.
हैं
3 and 4th.
हाँ तुम्हें 3 एंड ये करिया को बताओ सब्जेक्ट पर एग्रीमेंट
आज्ञा.
ओके तुम्हें कहूछ 3 and 4 डैश 7
Sir, no, 3 and 4th of the crop.
ओ 3 and 4th of the
Crop.
cloth
Crop.
crops crops
आज्ञा, sir.
हाँ 3 and 4th of the crops डैश destroyed ना damaged
Damage.
हाँ damaged तुम्हें कहूछ is or are by was or were yes or no
आज्ञा.
हाँ ऑप्शन अछि is or are ए तो
आज्ञा.
अच्छा मोनालिसा पटनायक ठीक है वी जस्ट ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड माय पॉइंट व्हाट इज द सब्जेक्ट तमरा भरटा सिंगल इज हबो कि आर हबो दैट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द सब्जेक्ट सो व्हाट इज द सब्जेक्ट 3 and 4th of the crops दिस इज द सब्जेक्ट यस और नो से कहूची क्रॉप्स रो 3 and 4th ता माने 3 चतुर्थांश ताकू 3 and 4th को आ जाय ने 3/4 3 चतुर्थांश माने 4 रु 3 भाग संपूर्ण नष्ट हो जाय अच्छा को एक्चुअली भाग सिना नष्ट होई छी नष्ट प्रकृति रे कोन है सस्य ना तेणु शस्यटा जो क्रॉप्सटा एटा हूँ पिला अनकाउंटेबल नाउन यस और नो बिकज यू कैन नॉट काउंट क्रॉप्स तुम्हें शस्य गणी पारिबनी तेणु शस्यटा जहाँ गणी पारिबनी तार क्वांटिटी बा अमाउंट अच्छी तार माप अच्छी तार ओजन अच्छी तार परिमाण अच्छी तो जार परिमाण दैट इज अनकाउंटेबल नाउन सो इफ द नाउन इज अनकाउंटेबल नाउन डेफिनेटली द वर्ब इज तेणु इज एटी 3/4 सहित सामान नुहे क्रॉप सहित क्रॉपटा अनकाउंटेबल नाउन थी वर्बटा हला इज जदि सही क्रॉप्सटा तुम्हें जे गणी पारि थांत विथ द हेल्प ऑफ द नंबर्स तापर एटा हिथांत आर ओके so my dear children now I am just coming to the last over that means the last fag or the fag end of my coaching today I do think that there should be no classes further today so far I have got the information tomorrow will be your last class in the ongoing or the existing classes which have already been started right from the month of the September till now so from day after tomorrow you will not have any sorts of a class particularly being telecast on your premier channel that means Zee Odisha TV so with this I just want to conclude my lesson today and I have already given you the numbers but the problem is that most of the students from different parts of Australia they are actually keeping me engaged with the different types of questions in the different types of the in the different times of the day that is why I am really unable to answer your questions so I again request you if you have any sorts of problems try to contact me after 8 p.m If after 8 p.m., actually I'm just getting absolutely free in my house. So after 8 p.m., you can phone me. Even though I don't pick up your phone, you just try to keep on touching me or keep on contact me. I will definitely help you. It is my 100% guarantee to you. If today your phone call is not attended, then you may call the next day. Okay, you have already been given my number, so no problem. You just try to contact with me. With this, I just come to an end of my coaching, and I just again pray to God to to give you all the blessings to live in peace and prosperity from now on throughout the year 2021. With this, I conclude my speech. Goodbye, my dear children.